Problem 24 gives us a recursive function that's defined by f of 1 is equal to negative 3 and f of n is equal to f of n minus 1 minus 6 for n greater than or equal to 2. What is the value of f of 4? I'm not sure whether people have worked with recursive functions before. Normally we work with them in a discrete math class or in computer science. So there was a recursive problem on the test that I took recently, so it is important that you understand how these work. Recursive means that in order to evaluate the function for a particular value of x, or n in this case, because recursive functions always work with positive integers. To evaluate the function for a particular value of n, we need to know the previous value of n. So the way this works is this. You're usually given a starting value, so you know that f of 1 is equal to negative 3. But after, for n greater than or equal to 2, f of n is defined by f of n minus 1. So f of 2 would be defined as f of 1 minus 6. So let's write this out. F of 1 equals negative 3. That's a given. But for f of 2, we have to go to the definition of f of n for n greater than or equal to 2, which this is, and it's defined as f of n minus 1. And since n is 2, n minus 1 would be 1 minus 6. So f of 3 would be equal to f of n minus 1. Since n is 3, n minus 1 would be 2. And finally, f of 4, since that's what we're asked to solve for in this particular problem, would be f of 3 minus 6. So in order to find f of 4, we have to say that f of 4 is f of 3 minus 6, but f of 3 is f of 2 minus 6, f of 2 is f of 1 minus 6. Only when we get back to f of 1 do we have a value there. So we can start to build this up from f of 1. Well, we do know that f of 1 is equal to negative 3, and so we have negative 3 minus 6, which is negative 9. So now we know that f of 2 is negative 9. And so to find f of 3, we need f of 2, which is negative 9, and then minus 6. Then minus 6 leaves negative 21. And so that is the value of f of 4, and it's d. So a recursive function has usually some definition where a particular value, to evaluate the function at a particular value of n, which will always be a positive integer, you need to know the value of the function for the previous value of n. So we have to work backwards and then forwards. So that's what we call a recursive function.